like that. Maybe I'm not sorry. I love that fucking song. It's called Atlas. You know how Atlas be. So this is Atlas. This is the world. Okay, and this is my back. I'm Atlas. Okay, just for right now. This is my back. The song is called Atlas. So this is the song. This is me carrying it. Sorry, that question completely threw me off. I completely lost my train of thought. All right, that's just jokes. Okay, so the song is about the feeling of carrying the world on your shoulders. It's about the feeling of um, feeling like you have all these different pressures and all these different forces on you, operating on you from this angle and this angle. You got school, you got work, you got family, you got partner, you got friends. Bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden, you become aware that you have all these pressures on you. This can happen at any age. I remember feeling this way when I was a teenager. I remember feeling this way today when I'm 27 years old. You just all of a sudden can come to these moments where you feel all of the pressure on you. And I felt like that song that I just played for you, Atlas, perfectly captured that for me. That's where I'm at right now. I'm carrying the weight of this album and its production and its elements. I'm carrying the weight of keeping track of pop culture and the different shifts that happen in the different, hip hop culture and all these other elements of pop culture. I am trying to be a good son to my parents who have given me the best upbringing that they could have, but couldn't possibly equip me for everything that adulthood, especially queer adulthood, had to offer me. Especially gay adulthood, what it had to offer me. So, happy Pride Month, by the way. Okay, happy Pride Month, by the way. So the song Atlas is about me carrying those forces, about me feeling the responsibilities that I have in my life and rising to that motherfucking occasion. Rising to that motherfucking occasion because that's what I feel the mandate to do. I feel like with my music, I finally stepped into this place where I'm doing something for other people. I'm helping people be mindful. I'm helping people feel confident and inspired. And that gives me the motivation, more motivation than I think you guys even realize. Because although this song is about carrying the weight of the world, it's about doing so knowing that you got that internal confidence, that you got that self confidence, that self assurance, that self efficacy to get that shit handled, whatever that shit is. And for me, that's making sure I pass this class that I'm retaking, this business analytics, so that I can get my decision science bachelor's degree, making sure that I'm being a good son, making sure I'm being a good partner, making sure I'm being a good leader in all the different ways that I'm being a leader. Because someone like me, I very much care to be a role model. Very much want people, guys in my generation, not just guys, but people of my generation, to see, dang, I was making a profound point too. Pride. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, uh, I was shouting out basically that being queer and being gay, the way that I am, the way that I am. Yeah, shout out on the way that I want to be a role model as well, because I don't just want to be a role model for my academics or for my music or because I'm a good musician. I also want to my LGBTQIA community that we can extend into any field that we so desire. For some reason, I feel like we've been removed from a lot of the history of electronic music and a lot of the history of certain forms of music, especially electronic derived, especially the Black LGBTQIA communities. We haven't really been included in the house and techno and experimental communities. Although we've always been a part of those communities, we've always made our contributions. I want to show that I'm intending to make a more visible contribution to our subgenres of experimental music and of electronica music. I just want to show it from my experience, which is heavily informed by the fact that I'm Black, heavily informed by the fact that I'm gay, and heavily informed by the fact that that I'm a nerd and that I'm intellectual and that I have OCD and all these different intersectionalities. I want to show that they can have a place in experimental music, which I don't feel like people form a specific mental imagery of what experimental music is. And that's the beauty of experimental music. I remember being asked by one of my fans and Google, what does experimental music mean to you? And I couldn't come up with the answer. But with Atlas, with this Pride Month and me reflecting on my identity, really, and what my contribution to music via aesthetic, via the person I am can be. Oh my gosh, I hate when I lose my train of thought. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so last I remember, I think I was talking about wanting to be a role model and an advocate for my fellow Black and LGBTQ, because we've been excluded from house, techno, and a bunch of experimental music spaces and electronic music spaces. And with this album and with all of my music, I kind of tried to stay in touch with my LGBTQIA identity and what it represents for me. Because for me, it has elements of flamboyance. It has elements of strength. It has vulnerability, being representative. You know, it has being open-minded. It has being welcoming and accepting of people of all creeds, which I am. And with this song Atlas, I definitely feel like there's a universality to it. I don't know. I don't want to call it a pop song, but I definitely feel like it doesn't matter what your walk of life is. If you are queer or not, if you're LGBT or not, it just it just has the feeling of being motivating and inspiring. And it's inspiring. Instrumental music can be corny, but this has a knock to it and has a groove to it, and it's really meant to connect with my 20 somethings and my 30 somethings, and not just those. If I mean the guitar licks on the song, I mean even I feel like people who are fans of classic rock can even enjoy or even be pulled to this song for various reasons. I'm just in love with the song. I'm just in love with how well I feel like it captures the desire I have to be an ally and that I have to be a representative and a role model for the LGBTQIA community in whatever ways that I can. By being a leader and by being a motivator and by being an inspiration via living virtuously and via making sure that I'm constantly keeping myself accountable to these virtues that I promote, like authenticity, like sustainability, like individuality, or individualism, like ingenuity. These are all values that have a lot of meaning to me and a lot of significance to me, and that I try to bring to every music project. So hopefully with that clip I just played, and hopefully with my live streams and my posts and my communications thus far, that's been able to come through. So outside of that, I think that's all I wanted to give for the preview of the music and I guess the updates on the behind the scenes of that. I've also given you a little bit about my trip to to Tahoe. So now I'm going to talk about the subscription. So I've launched. It's all good. You're all good, Emer. You're all good, Emer. I've launched soft launched a 99-cent subscription on Facebook because we all get the same features for the most part. Anybody who's doing a Facebook subscription, they pretty much get to offer the same things. It's just about how much they want to charge for it. I'm charging 99 cents because I really liked how the value that placed on the activities that I'll be doing, because it's not necessarily going to be a super extensive offering, because I still have to go to work and I still have to go to school. And until I graduate school, I won't really be able to do it as big as I want to do it. Now, when I graduate after spring of 2025, the events and the interactivity is gonna increase a whole bunch more. But because of the pressures and not wanting to burn out and wanting to keep my mental health on check, because I've had a breakdown before, I just kind of do it this way and kind of really try to drip out the different activities and interactivities that I do related to my brand. So that's all. So with the subscriptions, what are we doing? With this subscription, you're actually going to get unedited, exclusive content. Usually what you see from me, even when I'm included in it, is a little bit of polish, a little bit of editing on it. With this subscription, what you're getting is clips of me when I look ugly, when I look sweaty, when I look unkempt. Not that that's what you're looking for. I hate that I made that sound gross. But me in my unpolished form, me in my awkward, unstructured, maybe I stuttered, maybe I didn't form, which I usually try to keep hidden, you can see that with this subscription. 99 cents. That's pretty good. I am going to try to do some exclusive live streams throughout the months, not just every month, but in between the monthly live streams for those who subscribe to this Facebook subscription as well. 99 cents. Facebook.com/Nctrnm. I will try to get you a more specific link when the live stream is done, but just so you know, generally you can head to Facebook.com/Nctrnm, and the information will be there. I'm also going to make a post about it, pin it to the top of my page when we're done with the live stream, so don't worry about that. There's these little gifts I guess you can send on here. They'd be like little stickers. I appreciate it. Any way that you want to assist me that the platform makes available, I really appreciate it. But if you don't want to make a sticker, if you just want to head over to Bandcamp, or if you just want to, do the 99-cent subscription to support, then just do that. Just wait for the content, or just send me a message, making a specific request if you have one. You don't have to do with any of this. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. It's perfectly acceptable if you just want to consume the music or buy the music. This is just an extra way to help support my endeavor and help support making the music and the visual art better, because I do want to do more with the music and visual art, and I will do it regardless of if you do the 90 subscription or not. We'll be investing myself into this. It's a great show that you are invested in what I'm doing as well as I am. So that's all. All right. I think I don't know. See, what I was worried about, because I don't know that there's that much to it. You get identified as a subscriber. I'm reading the thing right now. You get identified as a subscriber. You get a badge. You get exclusive content. And I'll also give you the first dibs on any merch releases, ticket sales, because I'm going on tour sometime towards the end of this year, beginning of next year, still securing the dates and venues, but you'll get early access to tickets, get early access to merchandise. Might not always be free merchandise. I will try to send you samples of some of the lower cost stuff when I can, because this merch be expensive, y'all. This print on demand be expensive. So yeah, since I'm gonna make an actual post about it here on Facebook, and here on Instagram, and here on YouTube, and here on LinkedIn. I'm gonna post it everywhere, okay? But without further ado, now that I got the stuff that I had to say out of the way, I'm so surprised I kept everybody's attention on Facebook. There were 3 people watching concurrently when I was just making my spiel. So thank you everybody who stuck around. Is this even what? Oh my gosh, is this Facebook? Is this even Facebook? Oh shit, this is YouTube. Okay. Oh wow, that was embarrassing. Okay, so question time. I'm gonna answer Emer's questions first, since he was the first one, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for assuming your gender, but they were the first one here. So I want to answer their questions first. Why am I the only one on? I'm just glad that there's someone on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get excited and talk to nobody for the longest, and that's perfectly okay, because there's a lot of people who watch my live stream when it's done. So I don't mind that. It's just that, yeah. So I totally understand that question. I already answered the almost got hit part. Kendrick or Drake? Kendrick. It's never been any other way but that. You could ask anybody in my personal life. I enjoy a lot of Drake's music, especially earlier on. Before I had a mentality shift after, what was it? Was it Scorpion? I want to say I enjoyed some of the stuff off of Scorpion, but the fact that the majority of the album was kind of mid or worse, and the fact that it came from such a place of bitterness. That bitterness hit though sometimes, nonstop. Rolling not a stop, wow, shit don't never stop. That beat, and that's not Drake. That's 40, or that's whoever did that. So that was a good beat. But Certified Lover Boy, the ones after that, aged like cheese. Aged like cheese. Sorry, because cheese is supposed to age. Aged like some oat milk or some shit. Okay. Whereas Kendrick, his shit has only aged like fine wine. Like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. The jazz samples on that thing, as somebody who's heavily inspired by jazz music and hip hop music, to hear him be so indebted to the origins of the genre, but then to transcend so far beyond it, a nigga Kendrick. My partner has even sold Kendrick a mattress, and he worked at a furniture store. He worked in Rancho Cucamonga. Kendrick came through with his family and bought them a whole new, several mattresses and a whole, basically decked out the house and shit like that, because I guess they live nearby in, I don't want to blow up their spot, but they kind of live nearby in the Inland Empire. So he was kind of stopping by basically the big mattress store that's nearby. And my partner sold him a mattress. And when he told me, he didn't even know who Kendrick was like that. He just knew that his son liked him and that I liked him. I'm just like,